Hey folks, and welcome to yet another new Let's Play series that I'll be doing. Yes, I am juggling a few Let's Play series at the moment, but it's what I do. So given that I really never thought about Let's Playing until recently, I basically ended up stealing the idea of someone else. However, it is a game that I really enjoyed playing. I have played through it once before, and I was surprised at really how much I enjoyed it. I wasn't a big fan of GTA 4, so I went into this cautiously despite being a big fan of westerns and that sort of thing. I really didn't expect to like this game as much as I did. It's a great game, well recommended if you're yet to own it. Like I said, I've played through it before. However, like usual, I'll be starting a new account. So I'm using a new Xbox Live username, and therefore we will be starting from the very start of the game, and you'll see achievements as they are unlocked. And we've got this lovely intro, boat sitting on the lake, or the ocean, I guess. Probably a lake. I am recording in a low resolution because it's the only way I can record. So you're missing out. The graphics really look fantastic on HD. They look passable like this. However, on HD they do look fantastic. And yep, that's us. We're somehow associated with a very rude man there. Fun fact, the hats those two guys are wearing were actually what they wore in the Old West, rather than the old Stetson like our characters were wearing. Well, they still wore the Stetson hats and the 10-gallon hats, etc., but Dobermans or bowler hats were what really were, not Dobermans, what are they called? I can't remember. The bowler hats were really what were used more often. And we're moving on to the train. Hopefully there's no great train robbery. We can't switch subtitles on till the game properly starts. Unfortunately, there's no menu on the start, on the title screen. However, the dialogue here is very irrelevant. However, the majority of the characters you see during this intro, we will actually meet them later on in the game, whether it be side quests or otherwise. So see if you can remember these faces for later on. Looks like he cut himself shaving.
That they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
Guess that's what counts, isn't it?
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they live like animals, but they're happier now.
Of course they are, much happier. Now, like many Rockstar games...
Not people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty
Hey.
soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like most Rockstar games... Gosh, stop
Mr.
talking.
Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently.
That
John's
isn't
family
judgmental at
made
all.
a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
Like I said, none of these conversations are really relevant
You must
to
remember, my
the
dear,
game.
is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other.
Of
Who
course.
are you worship in peace?
It's so confusing, Father.
Ah, you
Sometimes
did.
I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny,
That's true.
it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
We've reached our destination. Last stop. Everybody out. Hey, blocking the road there. Go to slow. Well, quickly, pardon me. Quickly, we will configure a few things. Targeting mode. No, we'll leave it on normal for now. Invert camera, inverted. Display. Subtitles on. As I was trying to say as well, is like with most Rockstar games, there is, you can look around, inverted, yeah. There are a lot of side quests. We won't be doing a 100% walkthrough. However, I will try to fit as much of the game in as possible. The game started.
Mr. Martin, over here!
He looks a bit preoccupied. So my name's Mr. Marsden. Marsden.
Must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
John.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to gag you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
The old, the old gold digger type guy. Forgot the words, even though I played Gold. Get out of the road, man. Even though I played Gold Rush, forgotten the old terms.
All righty, Mr. Marston, let's get.
Alright, there's our horse.
Let's
For now.
Take it slow on the way out of town. No need to kick up a lot of dust.
As the game goes on, we will have the... Oops, I just pulled out a gun by mistake. As the game goes on, we will be able to change the horse. For now, we're stuck with old
So as far as Martha you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't
Bill,
taking nobody
I
up
guess.
to the port in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
Been
Yeah.
abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians. Maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is.
Prospector. That's what I was thinking of.
So what are you doing up at the port?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I said, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as no street back here. I mean, I ain't going to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
So as the game was saying in the top left corner, if you missed it, if we hold A, we will generally follow whoever's beside us. This Billy does...
Spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Steve Flanders. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
So if we, throughout the game, if we need to follow someone, just need to hold A and does it pretty much automatically for us. For the most part, at least.
Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guy. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
We're playing the cards very close to our heart at the moment.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
So like I said, the graphics aren't doing too well.
Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just
I didn't actually see the coyotes there, I saw a fox. Which reminds me, I should issue a bit of a warning before we get too much further.
Listen, mister. This here's what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
I'll explain when I can. There'll be a lot of dialogue for a while, which is... Oh, I'll do it now, actually. Get off the horse to do it. I want to issue a warning before I get much further that the game's reasonably violent. And I know most of you won't have issues with that sort of thing, violence towards people, we will get in gunfights and that sort of thing. However, there is violence towards animals in this game, which does make a few people uncomfortable. It can be deliberate in some cases, be it defense, especially against things like coyotes and cougars and bears and stuff like that, where they will attack you on sight, and you'll probably have to take a few out as the game goes on. And also it does happen as part of side quests as well, where you have to hunt certain animals. I wonder if I can show you now. We don't have them yet, but later we'll have challenges which do involve hunting, as well as sharpshooting challenges which involve shooting certain animals. As well as on some occasions you can accidentally kill an animal by running over it on your horse. So if that sort of thing bothers you, you may have to turn away at some points, or you may have to avoid the series altogether. We'll leave our horse there for now. Go greet our friend.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
And we need you, Beaver.
Now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Maybe.
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
You never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words.
Was a reasonably big word.
Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implore. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
We went too quick on the draw there. Too bad. Game over, folks. Game over. And we got a first achievement. Go us. Completed Exodus in America. The first quest in the game. Boy, that was difficult. So as you can imagine, for a Rockstar game, the first dozen missions will be tutorial based. So get used to learning the controls.
Well, you're alive.
Recognize that face?
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here.
That wasn't polite.
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die,
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie
At least he's
McFarland.
honest.
Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have.
Always gotta have your hat.
What will you do now?
Now I'm
No
gonna
bowler hat.
take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back
Sounds
some of
nice.
that money we wasted on doctor's fees.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that.
Big word there again. And so the game begins properly now. We have a little bit of freedom, however we will, this is John Bonnie. Bonnie is the blue dot on our map. We can just ride off to the sunset, however there's not much point in doing that right now. It does tell us again, the same controls we learned earlier. As again kind of established, most of the start, especially on the train, was to establish kind of the time period and the, he's grabbing his sides, he doesn't look too good for wear. The time period it's in, and as Bonnie was saying that his way of going about things reminds her of the penny dreadfuls, as she put it. So kind of insinuating that the era of the hero riding to town is long gone. And maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that
Sorry.
$15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Another thing is there is violence against women in this game as well, and to get one of the achievements we have to do something rather dastardly. So if that makes you uncomfortable as well, yeah, maybe a few scenes that you have to turn away from. Just for your
There's the
warning.
foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good for
God,
nothing
stop walking in the
outlaws
way.
such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you.
So we've changed horses already. With just a plain brown one now. Give them a name in the comments below. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, I'm not that clever. What was I going to say? I'll explain after this quest. Because there'll be a bit of dialogue
To your
like
right is the
usual.
general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
So this is one of the towns we will be.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
How kind.
That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished. Bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Fair point, fair point.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Come on, boys. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop
That was a
for
quick
before we
tour.
head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaint from me, Mr. Farland.
Move your horse out of the way, Miss McFarlane.
Come on, come on.
You're taking up all the space. And we'll hitch our horse to the post.
Come on, this is the only chance you're gonna get to rest. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I can use rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Things are moving very quickly. Just had to ride around town and I'm already invited into her house.
Mr. Marston,
And stayed the night, in fact.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
So it looks like we're going to learn how to use a gun.
The country is really beautiful at around this time.
In HD it is. With this, not so much.
Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
Sounds good. So this game's got an honor system where good things result in plus and bad things result in minus. At the moment we're middle grounded, as you may expect.
Right, follow me. Keep your eyes peeled for anything suspicious.
Each side of the fence gives you benefits. You also, as opposed to
Thank
just
you,
a
Mr. Marston. I feel
Goddamn,
a lot
shush.
happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well,
Cool.
with your trigger itch and my
Eager.
feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
eager, should I say. As opposed to the generic laws system like in Grand Theft Auto, we have a bounty system as well. If we do something and it gets witnessed and reported to the law will chase us. However, when we lose the law, that's not it.
I
If we
don't
get
believe
up,
it. Those
God
damn
damn it, shut
rabbits
up.
are back. Give me a hand with them, will you?
Oopsie.
Come on, man. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use.
Like I said, violence against animals. Can't see the last one. I'm destroying more plants with the gun than the rabbits are. Where did the last one go? Ah, there you are. Jesus. That's kind of brutal. Up against the wall, execution style. So like I said, we've got a bounty system as well. If we lose the cops and we've got a high bounty, we will get bounty hunters looking to claim that reward. If we've got a reasonably low one, we won't really ever see any effect of it. But once you get into the hundreds plus, you will have bounty hunters on your tail every so often, so you have to be on the watch for that as well. Which is kind of a nice touch to the game. Saying that, we also can hunt our own bounties, but that won't be for a little while later yet. But as I said, violence against animals, and largely speaking, it'll be side quest related, like we just saw as part of an actual quest. She didn't mention anything about coyotes. I wonder if I missed any dialogue there. So we've got Deadeye. I don't know if they actually told us how to use it, but you press the right stick down. And he just stole a chicken, bastard. Poor chicken. I don't think there was actually meant to be dialogue there.
Let's go. I'll take you back.
God. Stop cutting out all the dialogue. I don't know what's going on there, sorry guys. She talks when I don't want her to and shuts up when I'm...
Handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
Romance is in the air.
Come on.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
So we've got Deadeye now, which is what we saw before. Our fame increases, I can't really remember what fame does, because, like I said, I finished the game, so fame increases, yeah, we can buy maps, or newspapers, and Bonnie's icon's there already, but I think she'll be asleep at this hour. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Come on, what was it? Remind me. You know what it was, you crazy kids. Yeah, I can't remember what fame does, because fame's something that increases when you complete missions, and I don't believe it ever decreases, so therefore what I've been playing lately has full fame meter, so I can't remember what the effects do, if there is any. For the honor ones, high honor, generally you'll get certain rewards as it goes along. Same with low honor, including things like discounts or people not reporting crimes or stuff like that. We can top up our ammo by opening a container. However, I think fame might affect that. Can't remember. If you remember, do comment below. Anyway, there's plenty of time. We've reached the half-hour mark, just past it, probably by the time I finish this. Save our game, and like I says, we'll wake up in 6 hours' time, just around sunrise. We'll go to the B and speak to Bonnie McFarlane next time on Let's Play Red Dead Redemption. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.